Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to talk you through getting to the project that's going to be due next. I won't usually do this, but it's our first project, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So you're just going to go to the Projects and Exams tab, and then Project 1 is going to be right here. So you'll be able to open the PDF for it. Um, Later, you can go to the Project 1 page, and there will be a thing that shows you how to submit it. Oh, mine doesn't look the same as yours because I'm not a student, but you'll have like a little upload form just by clicking that. Anyhow, um, this is the PDF for your project. The project is just going to be using direction fields, critical points, and Euler's method. So the three things we've covered with a differential equation of your choice. And what I've done for the project is I've given you learning goals. Same way we start every lecture with what I hope you get out of it. We're going to have at the start of your projects what I think that you should be getting out of it. So this real basic introduction is just going to be sort of to relate differential equations to physical things, to try to understand how direction fields and equilibrium values are just representing the same information in different ways, and then to kind of think about what a differential equation behaviors is by looking at some solutions and kind of thinking about your physical intuition. And then kind of like a meta goal of this project is that this is kind of a light, simple one that we're going to spend a lot of time in class working on. And so I just want you to be able to set standards for your time management and group work. I've broken up the project into a bunch of tasks. It looks kind of intimidating, but it's all pretty brief. So you're going to pick one of these two applications, whatever your group wants to do. And then I kind of have some questions that you're going to answer or some tasks to accomplish. Whenever I write something in parentheses like 1S, 1 to 2S, that's a guideline for sentence length when you're writing your project. I don't want you to write something very long when something very short will work. And so I think that it helps to set that expectation so that you know I'm not looking for an essay on what you think the behavior of something experiencing drag force is. Just, like one sentence that you think that thing does blah. Um, so you're going to use that direction field tool to make your direction fields, just like I showed you in the lecture videos last week. You're going to find and classify critical points, and then you're going to generate solutions using that same spreadsheet. This is the part where you're going to have to change this to match your differential equation. So, for example, right here, you're going to switch it to using this dv dt equal to mg minus kv over m thing. So I have a rubric for how to earn points. Please don't skip the things that you earn points for because then I can't give you points for them. So you have this information right here. It's the exact same as the steps that I told you to complete tasks, but you can check to see what they're all worth. And then one thing that's going to be important on your projects is that this is a group project, and I don't want that to be a problem for you. It's intended to reduce the amount of work you have to do because you're going to have like peers that help you whenever you get stuck and you're just writing one thing together. But sometimes that can lead to problems. So what you need to do at the start of the project is decide how you're going to work on it. Maybe you'll do it in class, maybe you'll meet up outside class, maybe you'll do it over Zoom, I don't care. But you need to write like a little report at the end of your project, just a couple bullet points about who did what, when you met, everything. And there's just going to be a penalty if you don't report on that, because then I don't know what happens. And specifically, I want this information so that I can make sure that if your group is not assigning work in an equitable way or people are not doing the tasks that they're supposed to, we can correct it. So this is like an accountability tool, and it's not supposed to be like really in depth, just enough to make sure that your group is working the way that it should, give you a chance to tell me what's happening. Again, talk to me personally if you don't want to like write that on a document that like something doesn't line up, and we can address it. There's submission details, just pay attention to them. And this is what we'll be working on in class on Tuesday after like a brief question and answer and web work opportunity. So I have to stop the recording, but our last video is going to be really short, just the wrap up and your practice problem. So I will see you then.